It's in the game.
So try it again. Started me over right back at the end.
When's the last time you were afraid? I haven't been afraid.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the inner harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Baltimore Ravens. I'm Mike Tirico, and out there is Tyler Loop to get us started. And off we go here in Baltimore. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
On red.
On the ground, here's the Clemson product, Travis Etienne. Not much there, maybe a yard.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
From 29, here's second and 8.
Let's go.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Now a screen set up for Etienne. And he's out of bounds, up close to the 45-yard line. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Red on red.
Now Lawrence on the bootleg. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now in that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They get 15 on that game. That's good for a Jaguar first down.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Lisa 24.
Lawrence gives this one to Etienne, and he'll lean forward, getting this to about the 35. Roquan Smith there to bring him down.
1-yard gain brings up second and 9 at the Ravens' 35-yard line.
It is second and 9.
Red 23.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. This one caught left side, that's strange. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards. They'll come up here first and 10.
Hey, Hey, Silver.
On the handoff, it's ETN. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
Go. Hey, lock. Here we go.
Lawrence. Get this to the tight end, Johnny Monk. And he'll get about 8 yards as he's ushered out of bounds. It'll set up 3rd down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
9th play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on 3rd down. He'll try and get there on the ground. Oh, it looked like he had the 1st down, but the ball is out. But this is taken in by a teammate. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. 0-0 is the score. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
A look to the end zone, and it's broken up. Incomplete. There was no space, no separation that time. That's going to bring it to 3rd and goal.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Red on red. Son, they said it's hot.
Lawrence to throw for it on 4th down. And he'll take it on in. Brenton Strange. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback, they get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars will take a 7-0 lead. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Oh, we're ready. 180. Sit hot. 180. Sit hot.
Now the first carry for King Henry. And he'll take this to about the 28. Foye Olukun with the play.
28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
second down and 8. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down. 2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. Jackson now to throw on first down. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play, and good job by the defenders tracking him down and took him down for a loss.
13.
Jackson now on second down, exiting the pocket right. He'll run again. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards.
Mike, anytime you're preparing to play a quarterback like this, the defense has to be prepared to keep him in the pocket. Once he gets out, we can see clearly why he is such a threat with his legs.
On 1st and 10, Jackson escaping to his left. There he goes again. And he's going to be very close to the first down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
Second and a yard. From the gun, Jackson. He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
First and goal, and it's Henry. A short kick, down to the 7.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Line of scrimmage, the 7 for second and goal. Jackson moving to his left. He's got it at the 3. And they'll get about 4 out of this one. Run after the catch. Hard to come by down here. Here comes third and goal.
There's a lot of quarterbacks around the league that really struggle with this, Mike, but not this guy. A righty quarterback moving to his left. Your mechanics, your footwork, and your arm talent all have to align, and tell you what, he does it about as well.
To the pylon, he's in. Derrick Henry, touchdown Ravens.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Now Jackson and the Ravens will try to tack on 2 more. He'll drop to throw. Forced out left. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half, and the kickoff's coming their way. A safe kick taken at the 5. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
Hey, go. Easy, read a foot.
A first down throw for Lawrence. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
We'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Now timeout signal for him, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now Lawrence. Catch made right side by Thomas. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Rip, 23.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. We go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
180! 180! Finish it!
They'll start out on the ground with Henry. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. To throw is Jackson. Moving left. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Jackson to his big target, Andrews, for the Baltimore first down.
Go ahead. 180! Finish up!
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. On the run to the right. He's got his big target. That's Isaiah Likely. And they'll take this down inside 35. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a first down.
You at 180! Sit up!
Throwing Jackson. Rolling to the left. Throw across his body is complete. And And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. Give them 27, and it's first and goal.
Baltimore first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Henry is in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Now Jackson and the Ravens will try to tack on 2 more.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
That decision to go for 2 was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for 2. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
Now an opening past the 30. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
43-yard line.
Hey,
On first and 10, Lawrence. There's a short one. He's got Strange. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
A gain of 14. First down, Jaguars.
Now a handoff. Etienne. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Roquan Smith there to bring him down.
Brings up second and 8 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second and 8.
Hey, Lion, Silver.
To throw is Lawrence. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They get 14 on that hookup. First down, Jacksonville.
A gain of 14. First down, Jaguars.
Red on red.
This run straight ahead for Etienne. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. From the 23, here's second down and 7.
Let's go.
Throwing is Lawrence. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are under.
And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Inside the 5, it is second and goal.
Hey, go. Hey.
Here's Lawrence to throw. zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete.
You know, once he broke the pocket, Mike, I actually thought he was just going to call his own number and become a runner. I thought he had some green grass out in front of him to take it in, but he decides to put it in the air instead.
And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Travis Etienne, touchdown Jaguars. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
That's going to be caught. They get the 2 points. Man, this could turn out to be important. The lead goes to 3 here in the fourth quarter.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Sit on! Hey! Report!
They'll run. It's Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Give him 14 on that play. 1 first down. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jackson forced out wide. Going up top and looking for Flowers. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. It's a big play when they needed it the most. An even 40 yards.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Hey, middle!
They'll drop to throw. Headed left. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
It's a 10-yard loss. Brings up 2nd and 20 at the Jaguars' 21-yard line.
Now on 2nd and long.
Hey, report! Hey, finish it on! 180! Finish it! Hey!
Here's Jackson. Out to his right. He's going to tuck it and go.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner. And that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
Here's a big one. This 3rd down. Jackson now. Pushed out to his left. Taking off, and he's into the end zone. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. That's his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think the quarterback's leading.
And the rush gets there. Down he goes.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
The return starts from the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
Hey, let's go. Hey, kill, stop.
Lawrence now to throw on 1st down. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. Gonna get that complete. Jacoby Myers. And he's out of bounds, up close to the 45-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
Jacksonville.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's swung out to ETN. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. They'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
2nd down, Lawrence. That's complete to ETN. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout. That's 17 yards, and that's a first down. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds after a gain of only a couple.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon. And frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
To the left side, it is caught by Myers. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. If you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate. And great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll come up for 1st and 10. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. He keeps it himself. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Now the Ravens use their first timeout, and they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
Two timeouts, still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He'll take off again. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Now Jackson, flushed to his left. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. And the Jaguars have just about sewn up this football game.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning, being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Here we go, son.
Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So it is a win for our visitors, the Jaguars. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play. In the end, they come away